Hi, I am so glad to be here. Welcome to today's live. Today, we're going to be going over how I make envelope covers for my pillowcases. I see Bettina says hi and welcome to everyone. I see Jenny is here. Thank you, Jenny, so much for joining us. Tree, I see Tree is here. Tree Chickens, thank you so much for joining me. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. This video is brought to you by me, Tammy. I am a die cutting coach and I specialize in helping you use your AccuQuilt cutting system to its optimal benefit. Tammy with a Y, Tammy Adams inspired this video today. In the video I showed last week, or the live I showed last week, I showed this pillowcase or pillow cover, which is currently inside out. And I received a few comments about how I made my envelope case or cover. I will say case and cover interchangeably, but pillowcase, pillow cover. And so I have tried several different methods. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos. I've tried myself. I started off with zippers, and that was a complete fiasco. I do not know how to insert insert zippers. And then I kept trying, and I did discover the Velcro technique. And the only Velcro I have right now on hand is this one. And so this is like industrial strength Velcro, but it's basic Velcro. And I do like that approach as well for securing the back of my pillowcase or pillow covers. However, I determined that that was a lot of work for me. And I'm just really like, it's not that I'm lazy or impatient. I just want to be practical. And for me, using the Velcro, yes, it does secure it in the back. But what I find is that when I add more inches or height to the fabric, when I show you my envelope method, that sufficed for me for my pillowcases. So let me show you a few examples. So again, we started off with the inspiration pillow case or pillow cover, which is this one. And let me show you what I have here. This right here is just a traditional, not a traditional, but a pillow that was purchased from IKEA. And a friend of mine, hey, Tammy, I'm so glad you made it live. Tammy, I was just literally speaking your name, and I was like, thank you to Tammy with the Y for inspiring this live. So I'm so glad you're here, Tammy. So nice to see you. So I have this pillow here, and it's just a basic 21-inch pillow. And so a friend of mine donated this to me, and her daughter's 16 years old, and she had like this rag, furry type cover. And I was like, this cover is hideous, but I will upcycle this pillow. So let me show you how I created the envelope case or cover. I went ahead and made a basic, to me it's basic because I didn't put embroidery. I wanted to be fancy, but I was like, let me just go ahead and get it done. So what I'm about to show you is I used my 6-inch finished Snow by AccuQuilt die. Hey, Gloria. Gloria, how are you? I am doing well, and I hope that you guys are doing well wherever you are in the state, or probably in the country, I should say, because all y'all are not in California. I know there are a lot of you who are watching from Tennessee. Thank you. So let me show you what I have here. So I wanted to make sure that I got my facts right for this video. So when I show this to you, you'll see my chicken scratch handwriting, but I'll decipher it for you. So this is what I made for my quilted top of the pillow. Ta-da! So what it is I used again, my 6-inch snowball die, and I made 9 different snowballs. I'll show it to you again. 9 different snowballs. I pieced them together, and then I added a two, well, it cuts at 2.5, but a 2-inch finished border. I use my 2.5-inch strip die to cut these borders. And again, this is the 6-inch snowball die. So I just basically made the blocks and sewed them together to make this pillow top. So the actual snowballs ended up being 18 by 18. And since my pillow is 21 inches, well, 18 is less than 21, and it just wasn't going to work. The math wasn't mathing. So then I went ahead and added the 2-inch border. And then what I came up with was perfect math. Actually, it ended up being 22.5 inches square. So 22 inches horizontal and vertical, or up and down square. Here's the magic. The magic is the back part of this pillowcase. So I like to upcycle textiles. So I really like old linen. So all of my friends, they donate their old bed sheets to me, and because it's great fabric. A lot of the times it's cotton or a cotton blend, perfect for backing your quilted projects. So I did a little prep work in advance so that I wouldn't be fumbling too much live. And I've cut out 2 different pieces that we're going to use to create this envelope. Let's see. Thank you, Tree. I was very excited about the colors. At first, I was a little nervous and I wanted to add a little more spice and zhuzh, but I'm like, you know what, Tammy, just pump the brakes and stick with the script and do it as is. Let's see. S. Lopez is here, says, hey girl, welcome. And Love Pug says, it looks great. Thank you so much. Now let me show you the pieces that I've cut for the back. Let's see. Do my best not to throw things around because we'll need them. So let me switch the camera angle. So what I have here is, hang on just a second. What I have here are 2, well, let me go back to this angle. Hang on. What I have here are 2 pieces of bed linen I pre-cut. So this one is measuring 22 inches wide by 17 inches high. And I'll explain to you why that matters in just a second. And then this one measures 22 inches wide by 15 inches high. So what I discovered in doing this process is that the width, so let's go with horizontal or wide. So from left to right, that needs to be the same dimension as your pieced top. So this top measures 22 by 5 inches wide. And so I made sure to cut both pieces 22 by 5 inches wide. Now the height of the pieces can vary. And so the reason why you can vary that is if you want to create, switch the camera. So here, this top piece, so basically the envelope is, it's really hard to see. Give me one moment. Let me get a different display board. Hang on just a second. Hang on. Chat amongst yourselves, as the teacher says in school. Go ahead and chat amongst yourselves. Okay. So I hope that this is a better representation. Let me move the machine. So here we go. That looks a little better. Hi, Taisha from Welcome. Hey. So let me turn it the correct orientation. So what we have here is this from horizontal, so from left to right or right to left. This is 22.5 inches. So what varies are these envelope pieces. So you can see here how this is like the top part. And this is, hang on a second, let me get a ruler. So this top one here measures, this is about, I don't know, 5.5 inches. And then the inside one measures, this one's longer. Inside one measures 7 inches. So the reason why one needs to be, or in my opinion, should be maybe at least 2 or 3 inches wider is because if you make both of these pieces pretty much the same, then you will need to use Velcro to keep it secure. So imagine if this top one and the bottom one were like exactly right here. So if we were working with them both being the same length or same height, then we would for sure need to put a Velcro piece here, because as you shimmy the pillow in and the person uses it, it will sort of move around like this, and then you will see the cover or the backing of the pillow. So it will shimmy around and you'll see it. But because they are high and one is like 2 or 3 inches higher, what happens is once you tuck it in, you kind of really don't need the Velcro because it's secure. So let me show you how I assembled this pillow case with the backing. I am working with today, I love vintage sewing machines. I have Santiago the Peacemaker, who is 105 years old. And this machine right here is Luigi. Luigi is my Singer Featherweight, and Luigi is 76 years old. So I like old machines. So let me show you up close how I created the seam for these two different pieces. So let me put these on the side without throwing them completely around. So I have, for demonstration purposes so that you can see, what I did to finish off the edges or the seams of the flaps, if you will, is I essentially took the pillowcase, I cut it, I made a straight line, and then you guys may know this technique, but I just folded it over once like this, and then I pressed it, and then I folded it over a second time like this and pressed it. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and stitch the seam here, which I've already done here so that you can see the finished product. And actually, I don't think I'll go ahead and do that because, well, actually, let me just do it. I prepped it. Yes, yes. Yes, Taisha says the envelope back pillow should have an overlap of at least 4 to 6 inches so there are no gaps in the back. Exactly. Exactly. I discovered that by accident, by the way. That's not something that I kind of knew in advance. I was like, huh. So if I don't want to use like Velcro or have it fall apart, I probably should increase the overlap. So here we go. I am just going to put a quick little seam here. And I'm still getting comfortable with my camera here, and I can't really zoom you in because I don't want to break my rig, but you can imagine, I'll just show you here. I'm just going to go ahead and sew this little seam. And then, so with these vintage sewing machines, I like to use leaders and enders just because it makes it easier for the stitches to catch and not sink into. So this is the finished product. And of course, it's not our traditional 1/4 inch seam for quilting, but it doesn't need to be. The purpose is just to go ahead and secure the seam down. So that's what that looks like. So now the magic is to add the flaps to the actual pillow top. So this is our demo project. Where's my top? One moment, please. So here's the top, and I'm going to move Luigi over so I can show you. So I'm left-handed and a little dyslexic, so fronts, backs, upside downs, backwards and forwards, they get me a little twisted. So it took me a couple of tries to realize that I needed to basically sew the right sides together, because when I first started doing this, I was sewing right side to wrong side, and it was a hot mess, and I was wondering why it wasn't turning out correctly. So I figured it out by trial and error. So I'm going to take this first piece here, and we'll take this piece here. So I did not envelope these seams here because this is the side that I'm going to attach to the actual pillow top. So let me do that now. So I'm just going to go here and go to the top like that. But actually, see, this is where I get all twisted up this way. Can you guys see this okay? All right, let me bring Luigi back. That's the beauty of having a featherweight, is that when you're tight on space, you could just move it around. Okay, so this one I will just go ahead and do a 1/4 inch seam. Do you use a 1/4 inch seam all the time, like when you're sewing projects like this? Because I'm pretty sure I can use a wider seam, and I really should. I just don't want to measure a wider seam while I'm live because I have a suspicion it's not going to turn out right. So I'm just going to go ahead and use a traditional 1/4 inch seam. But let me know in the chat if you use a 1/4 inch seam all the time, or do you just go with, you do, Bettina, you use a 1/4 inch seam? Okay, so I don't feel so alone. I'm like, I wonder if I'm the only one that breaks that rule or doesn't follow that rule. So thank you for helping me not feel alone, Bettina. I'm just going to go ahead and zip this through. And of course, it's wonky because I'm going faster than I typically would. What is, did I run out of bobbin thread? Oh, I'm playing bobbin chicken. Wait a minute. Hold on. I couldn't have run out of bobbin thread. I couldn't have done that. I know I didn't do that. I know I did not run out of bobbin thread. Let me see. You think I did, Jenny? Let me see. No, I didn't run out of bobbin thread. I'm just not, I'm sewing too fast. Oh, okay, wait. I have a tip here. So, Jenny, it's the habit. Okay, yeah, so a 1/4 inch seam is a habit. And then let's see. Taisha says you can take both pieces of fabric and lay them on top of each other and sew them. Okay, I'm going to try that. I'm going to lay them both together. You are correct. You agree. Yes, Bettina. Okay, so that's why I have you here, my quilty friends, because you are helping me become more efficient. So wait a minute. I am literally trying this on the fly. Most of the time you use a 1/4 inch seam, love pugs. Okay, so I believe this goes like, wait, no, that's too high. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. See, that's why I need to, okay, so wait, this can go here, about here. Is that right? Wait a minute. Let me get the second piece. Taisha, I need you to chime in and let me know if I'm doing this right before I start stitching. Let me get it together here, and then you can let me know if I'm doing it right. So I am going to move some things off this table here, including Luigi. Luigi, come over here for a second, buddy. Okay, so now I think I have better visualization. All right, Taisha, here we go. So I think I just do this. No, I think I did something wonky here. Let's see. What did I do? Wait, so this goes here and this goes here? Let's see. Oh, I see. So this can go here like this, right? And then, so it goes here because I normally take I take the scenic route and then like this. Yeah, that's it, right? Let me know if this is it before I sew it. Take the first piece of, wait, I have a coach here. Thank you. Take the first piece of fabric and then put it on top of the pillow front. Then take the other piece of fabric and put it at the top of the other end of the pillow. Okay, Taisha, I think I did that. So this goes here, right? So I have this one here, and she says I'm correct. I just want to make sure. So this one goes here, and that's why, like Taisha was saying, you want to make sure that you have at least 4 to 6 inches, but mine is going to be way more than 4 to 6 inches. So in theory, so I have a piece here, and so this is where we're going to place our seam and then sneak the pillow in between here. So this is a lot. This is something like 10 inches. A lot. Okay. Well, let's do it. So, oh, I'm going to pin because I'm going to do that. I think it will help me. And so then I think, I noticed something wonky here. So do you sew once you, I think what I'll do is once I pin it, I'm going to flip it over and then go ahead and sew with my quilt top facing where I can see my 1/4 inch seam so I don't lose real estate off my borders. And if that's not correct, then let me know. Let's see. You should put the shorter. Okay, so Taisha says you should shorten on a piece of it will be hard to put the pillow. Oh, okay, so it's too big. Shorten the piece. Okay. All right. So let's see. How about I shorten like this one because this one is way big. So let's see. Let's try that. And then will that work? Shorten the piece. Okay. Shorten the piece. Yes. And then Vicky says, just want to say hi, can't watch now. Okay, Vicky, no worries. You can watch the replay. No worries. Thanks for checking in. I appreciate you. Okay. Now, I think I got it here. So what'll happen is this feels very wonky to me, but I think it's okay. So if it's here, yeah, yeah, right. You're right. I agree with you. The overlap of 10 inches is way too much. I agree. So now we have an overlap of, let's see, I cut it down to 5 inches. So I think we should be okay. Between 4 and 6 inches, this is down to 5. I think we'll be okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pin everything together. Okay, that's a good amount. Okay. My co-coach here, my co-live, my co-coach here. Okay, so we have that, and then I'm going to go ahead and pin it together, but try to make sure it's even as much as I can on both sides. And such. All right. That's good. All right, cool. So let's do this. And I'm just going to put several pins, and I'm placing my pins far enough away so that I don't have to remove them during the sewing process. Okay, so that, and then let me just flip it around and place some pins here. Just a few stabilizing pins. And ordinarily I would, I'm going rogue today. Let's see. I think I'm square this up before I start sewing it. What do you guys think? Like just droop, right? Hang on. One moment, please. I totally was not anticipating doing this, so apologies for stepping away, but I think it'll be easier to just go ahead and square it up. Okay, Bettina. Bettina says, don't stress if it's not even, it'll be inside the pillow. Okay, okay. All right, all right. I won't stress. I'll put these tools away. Fair enough. Thank you. Tammy says, now I understand how it works. Okay, well, you inspired the live, Tammy, so I'm glad that you understand how it works, but stay with me because I'm going to show you the finished project. Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate my quilty friends. Okay, so I'm going to grab Luigi and we're going to start sewing. All right. Can you guys see him? Let me move my clicker over, move this, turn the light on. And I'm wondering what happened here. You know what I think happened is I think that I, because I was going fast, I veered off course. Because, yep, that's what happened. Because I'm like, I know I have a fresh bobbin. Because I did not want to play bobbin chicken on camera. I was like, that would like really drive me nuts if I'm like sewing and ran out of bobbin thread. That would not be cool. So I'm just going to go a larger than, try to go in a straight line, but larger than my 1/4 inch seam so that I can make sure I capture all the layers. I'm going to go slower because Luigi, he doesn't like to go fast. None of my vintage machines, they don't, well, I have a Singer 221, which is a beast. His name is Juan Pablo, and he likes to go fast. But he goes so fast that like I don't really know how to control him on camera, so I'm not going to use him. What type of machines do you sew on? Are you guys Berninas or like, I know my mom, if she's watching, she is a Bernina fanatic. She loves that machine. So what machines do you guys sew on? Let me know in the comments. So I didn't backstitch at the top, but I'm going to backstitch here. And I lost one of my leaders and enders, so I'm just going to grab something from here to just get out of this situation. I have the cutest little thread cutter. It's this gadget. You can buy, I bought it on Amazon and I have the other branded one, but this one has one of your old 45mm rotary cutters, and you just open it up and you stick it inside and it sits in your sewing space. And I'm going to show you how I use it in just a second. So I have to, of course, cut it off from the back here, but then from the top, all you do is just slip it through here, and then voila, it cuts the thread. I love that little gadget. Let's see. Yay, Tammy is going to hang out to the end. Bobbin chicken is a new one on me. I got to remember that one. Yeah, bobbin chicken. Let's see. Bettina says, do it all the time. See, I'm not the only one that plays bobbin chicken. Yay. And then Tree Chicken sews on the Juki T1 straight stitch only. Yes. So if I were to, truth be told, if I were to get a modernized machine, that Juki, the one that you have, Tree, that's the one I will purchase because it's mainly metal and it's a beast, right? I love that machine. Wait a minute, Tammy, you have a 1591? I have a Singer 1591 as well. And all of my machines have boy names. So I have Santiago, I have Juan Pablo, I have the Alchemist, I have Luigi. But my singer 1591, her name is Edna. So I had Edna in my sewing studio with the boys, and they did not play well together. The boys did not like Edna. So my 1591 Tammy is in the garage in her case. She keeps telling me she wants to come back in the house and play. And now that you have a 1591, I may just bring her back in. But the boys were like, we don't want any parts of any girls here. Let's see. Jenny says you sew an inexpensive brother. Hey, okay. It's a brother LX3817, and you got it from a place. But that's wonderful. Whatever works. Let's see. Bettina has a brother SC625 sewing embroidery machine, plus 5 other ones. Wonderful. Oh, I forgot. I have another. I have a embroidery machine that's a Barrett, and it's 15 needles. It's commercial. His name is the Alchemist. And then I have a serger. It is the why can I not think of it? The name of it is Olive, and it is what is the Triumph? I forgot what brand. It's the Triumph. I have that one. And let's see. Taisha says she has a Dookie, a brother, a singer, Baby Lock. That's it. I have a Baby Lock Triumph serger, and that is like their high-end beast of a serger. That machine's name is Olive, and that one stays in the closet until I pull it out. Let's see. I also, you guys are such my quilting friends because we have similar machines. So Jenny says that she has the Stellaire for embroidery. I too have a Stellaire. His name is Daryl. I did not want to spend the money and get the what's that bigger $20,000 brother one that does embroidery and Luminaire. I did not want to spend that kind of money on a sewing machine, embroidery machine. So I bought the brother Stellaire, and then instead of getting that Luminaire embroidery machine, I went big and got the Alchemist, which is a commercial machine. I know, Tammy. I will bring Edna inside. I'm looking around. I want to show you guys my studio, which is actually my living room. Have to find a place for her. I'll probably bring her inside around Thanksgiving because I'm going to clean out my garage around Thanksgiving holiday, and then I can pull her out. But Tina says, bring Edna inside. Forget the boys. Boys, I love my boys, and they don't like her. But you know what? They're just going to have to kiss and make up, because I do miss my 1591 because she's in her own, Edna is in her own cabinet, and I do enjoy that feature. Let's see. As Lopez says, you veer off course all the time, girl. Let me tell you, it happens to me, and I'm not ashamed. I'm not one of those quilters who's just like a perfectionist or ashamed or afraid to show my dirty laundry. I will share it all with you because I know I'm not the only one. Love Pug says she has a Juki straight stitch and a brother Dream Machine. Okay, I'm familiar with the Dream Machine. And then Tammy says you did pick up a cheap brother machine for a zigzag. I have you're right, because all the machines are straight stitches. So I have another machine back there, and it's a Necky, and it's a vintage Necky. And I purchased that machine just for a zigzag feature because all of my other machines have straight stitches. Yay! So we are like for real quilting friends. I love it. All right, let's get back to finishing up this pillowcase / cover. And I'm going to go ahead and just put all these pieces together. All right, let's finish this up. So this is just my leader ender here. Why am I reaching like this? Hang on. One moment, please. All right. Okay, so when you're sewing, like, what do you listen to? I have a lot of true crime going on in the background, and because I do have Hulu, and I know you can pay to not have the commercials, but I actually like sewing with the commercials because sometimes I just get going and then the commercials remind me to like stop and drink water and pee and all the things. So, truth be told, my favorite commercial is the Jardiance. I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. That commercial. And so when I'm seeing patients, I'm a nurse practitioner. And I wear my scrubs. I don't know if you guys ever wonder, but I wear my scrubs because it's easy to get dressed. I mean, like, look, the top and the bottom matches. I don't have to stress. I don't like figuring out what to wear, so I just wear my work clothes. But when I see a patient and they're taking Jardiance, I just crack up and I laugh. And sometimes patients are like, why is she laughing at me? And then I start singing the commercial and they're like, okay, she's weird. All right, so let's get through this here. Almost finished. All right, another quick little back stitch here. Boom, boom. Let's get out of this, put that there. And wear my little snips. Almost done. A couple of more. I'm going to go ahead and stitch this out. I really do appreciate you joining me live. It makes me feel that I'm not just talking into the ethers of the internet. So thank you. I always appreciate you guys. Now, wait a minute. Am I going to do something rogue here? I don't think so. No, I have to close it up. But what is happening here? Oh, here we go. All right, let's finish this up. Wait, hang on. Let me get to the comments. All right. So F. Lopez says, you have two vintage Bernina's Ma. If you're watching, when you're watching this Ma, you have a quilty friend. She has two vintage singers. I'm sorry, two vintage Berninas, 5 vintage singers, a Neki, a Janome, a vintage Kimball. Hey, you have me beat here. Okay, so I'm so glad we're sharing our little secrets because I started to feel like I'm not the only one that has a thing for machines and collecting them. I actually I rotate my machines. So I use them all with the exception of Edna because Edna's in the garage. But I do actually use my machine. So it is so refreshing to know that I am not the only one that A, loves vintage machines, and B, that like has a collection. Let's see. Bettina says you also have your mom's sewing machine. It's a FOF. Okay. I think FOFs are complicated. Are they complicated to sew? To sew on? I hear they're complicated. Taisha says she has a baby lock. You have baby lock embroidery machines. You have a Venture 10 needle. You have baby lock single needles, embroidery sewing Asante, Destiny 2, Solaris, a Brother 6 needle, PR 600, and you have 3 sergers? Yes. I am just getting like so excited about this machine collection that we have. A Tree Chicken says, do you like your Neki? I like my Neki. I use it. I don't use it as often, but I like mine. So let us know if you like your Neki, S. Lopez. And let's see. She says, yes, she does. She does like it. It's nice, simple, sturdy machine. It's about 18 years old. I think mine is from the 70s. So mine is way more than 18 years. I can't do the math. Let's see. Okay. So, hey, Tammy is saying that you were in Virginia. Hey, Taisha in Virginia. So, sounds like today we have the Virginia crowd. Last week it was the Tennessee crowd. But hey, I'm happy that all of you guys are here. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and sew all the rest of the seams. Yes, Taisha, I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Okay, Tammy and Taisha are talking about where they are from in Virginia. And S. Lopez says that she recently purchased the FOF Passport 3.0 for travel. So I guess that's a smaller one. Okay. And Tammy is in Lynchburg and Virginia. And let's see, Bettina says, you tried to sew on the FOF, but it gave you trouble. Okay. All right, let me get back to finishing up here so we can do the big reveal. Keep chatting amongst yourselves as I finish this up. And oh my stars, this seam is so wonky, but we are just getting it done here. All right. Come on, Luigi, we got to get this done. Our quilty friends are waiting to see the big reveal, Luigi. Let's go. Go, Luigi, go. At first, I was like, when I first purchased this, I purchased this one and I didn't pay like because these featherweights now go for like 1,500, like crazy amounts of money. And I didn't pay that. When I bought it, I think I only paid like $500 for it, which at the time when I purchased it, it was like during or after COVID. And that's when the prices were like 1,500. I've seen some for $2,000. And I was like, I don't understand why people are so in love with um this featherweight thing. But at that price, I said, okay, let me make the investment. And I do understand the passion for featherweights now. I mean, it is a cool little machine, and I could just pick it up and move it around and do what I do with it. So it is cool. But I definitely was not paying that $1,500, $2,000 price for this machine. I understand it's vintage, but after COVID, the price just went through the roof. All right, almost finished, ladies. Almost there. And let me just grab this because I do not want to look for the other one. All right. Ta-da! Okay, let's flip this bad boy inside out to make sure everything's done. Okay, thank you, Luigi. All right, let's see. So let me catch up here. What's going on? So S. Lopez says that you love true crime too. I know the Dateline, all the shows. I love them all. I'm addicted, actually. So far, S. Lopez says that so far her FOF is good, and she couldn't carry around the vintage Bernina any longer. Yeah, that's the thing about vintage machines that I love, is that they're pretty much metal, which means that they're heavy. And so again, hence why so many people love the featherweight, because it is metal, but it's portable. Taisha says she purchased the AccuQuilt Crazy Quilt die and it came yesterday. Huh. Now listen, Taisha. Has anyone used that die? I'm interested in using up your cotton scraps. So I think, Taisha, you just came up with next Sunday's live, because I too have the crazy quilt die. I have the smaller one, and I have the larger one for my Studio 2 cutter. So Taisha, if you're willing to wait until Sunday, I will do a live and we'll go over how you piece that together. It's a little, you have to really pay attention. So let's do that next Sunday. Let's see. Bettina says you also have the Grace Cutie long arm. Bettina, my pocketbook is not going to be liking you, because I want my next machine is I do want a long arm, or I don't know. I don't know the difference between the long arm and the mid arms, but I definitely want a long arm. But me, I started doing some research, and yeah, I want one that's way too big for my house. And I'm not even going to speak the name because I don't want to buy it. But yes, I want to look into getting a long arm. Let's see. Tammy says the vintage is quieter than the most newer models that you've seen. Yeah, that's true. And I like the sound that they make. I love Luigi's clackety clack clack clack. It gives him personality. And Edna in the garage, I really have to pull Edna out for Thanksgiving. She makes a cool sound. Let's see. We have Taisha says, Bettina says, Taisha, use all scraps. Make sure the scraps fit each piece. Yes, I agree. And what's interesting is that I'm kind of bad about not saving my scraps. So I don't really have a lot of scraps, but I do have some grunge that I'm trying to get rid of, and they're kind of in scrap pieces because they're in strips, so we can use that. Let's see. Tree is asking Bettina, which long arm do you have? And I think Bettina says she has the Grace Cutie long arm. Tammy says, yes, they all have. Yes, they have their own hum. Yes, and I love it. Now, Luigi, I still have the case for him. It's behind all of my cubes. And the original, it's the original case, and it has that old man. I don't know why I said old man, but it has that old like suitcase smell from like the 30s or 40s. And sometimes I get a little weird and I open up the case and I sniff in there and it has that old smell, and I'm like transported back to 76 years ago when Luigi was born. I'm kind of quirky like that. Let's see. Bettina says it cost you about $600 for the frame, machine not included. Okay. That's not bad, actually. It's not a bad price. But how much is the machine, Bettina? Is that like 5,000-6,000? Bettina says, do you cut this section one at a time or have scraps large enough to cover each? You know, my strips, if you will, they're in like 3 to 4 inch widths, and I'm okay with sacrificing them for the cause because I'm trying to get rid of that fabric. And when I bought it, I just kind of fell in love and bought way too much of it, so I'll sacrifice it. But I'm just turning this pillow inside out, and I'm using my finger to press out the corners. You can use whatever tool you have handy to do it. And I'm just going to flip this other side inside out as well. And again, go to this corner, poke it out, boom, and then go to this corner and poke it out. Do you press? I'm not going to press. But do you press to just flatten everything out? I probably should. But oh my stars, it's done. Okay, so here's the front. Let me give you back. Well, actually, you can see it here. So, ta-da, ta-da, we did it, team. We did it. So here is the front. Ta-da, ta-da. Let me move this because it is bothering me. I don't know if you guys are distracted, but I am. So here is the front side. Ta-da, ta-da. As my girl, do you guys watch the Aki Quilt Lives? I just love Pam Heller. I love Erica, but Pam is my girl. I think we could be friends in real life. And she always says, ta-da, ta-da. So here's the back. Here is that envelope. And here's the other piece. And the seam part is on the inside, nice and pretty. That's that. Now, the test is to actually stuff the pillow in and make sure I didn't cut off too much seam allowance. All right, so Bettina says to make sure the scraps fit each piece. Yes, I will do that. Yes, Bettina. And let's see. Bettina also says you can use your own machines. Yep. And then S. Lopez says that you were lucky to find yours for $250. Saw a friend. Oh, Marketplace. Is that Facebook Marketplace? I hear a lot of deals can be had on Facebook Marketplace. Tammy says, it's nice. Thank you, Tammy. I'm glad that you got it now. So now you can make a bunch of your own pillows for your grandchild and your sons and your daughter-in-laws and your whole family. Yes, Bettina says that she watches the AccuQuilt all the time. I do too. I watch the replays because I'm working during the day, but yes, I love them. So let's put the pillow in. So here we go. And it's pretty much straightforward here. I'm going to stuff that like that. That's that first side like that. And then scooch it in like this and like that. And then ta-da, ta-da. You scooch it around. It's a little extra, but that's okay because you can just squeeze it down like that. And then ta-da. So here's the front. Yay! Here's the front part. And then here is the back. And then here is our envelope that we created. So we have a loop there and a flap there and a flap there. And if I were being a little more I don't know the word, but you can insert your Velcro here. But this suffices for me, good enough for government work. Yay, we did it. Thank you so much for helping me get through this project live and the tips of like sewing both sides together because I was sewing them one at a time. I just so excited. Let's see. So Tammy says, yay. So Tammy, you get it. Okay. And then let's see. S. Lopez says, lucky enough to buy your featherweight for $250. What? Oh my stars. That is an amazing deal. Let's see. 250. What? Tree says, beautiful pillow. Thank you. Yay. I'm so glad that you liked it. And I'm glad that you are here and you were able to see me do this live. All right. Taisha says that pattern does not have a difference of top and bottom, but if you have the pattern where the top is noticeable, make sure the back flap, the back flap overlap is on the top facing down. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yep. Thank you for that tip. All right. Yay. Okay, so let me go back here. So one more time for the reveal. So this is the front and this is the back. And then we have our overlapping pieces there. Well, my quilty friends, we did it. We have successfully made the pillow, the envelope pillowcase or pillow cover. Let me see if there are any more comments, because if not, I am going to say thank you so much for joining me today. And I am going to sign off here and go ahead and make this coming Thursday's video. And I know that on my Thursday videos, I normally do a block from Maggie Malone's 5,500 quilt blocks, but this week I have a surprise. So you're just going to have to tune in on Thursday and see which block I make, because it is truly a surprise. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next Sunday. Next Sunday, we will go over the crazy die. And I'm not sure, I have to test it out. Maybe I'll do both my studio cutter and my Go Big, because the dies are different sizes, but either way, we'll do one or both. So until then, I hope you guys have a blessed week. Stay healthy, happy, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.